Hi fellow YouTubers, it's Karen again. I'm here to show you a new tutorial, very quick and very easy, on how to do a board book mini album, which is even easier and faster and cheaper than the last project that I showed you, which was this one. And I actually need to finish this one, literally like 30 seconds of it, because my last video stopped and I didn't realize it cut off the last part. So I'm just gonna finish that really quickly. So where we left off is the covers. So we had something like this, and we put tape on these portions, the flaps. So you can put the tape either here and here, or you can put the top piece of tape, you can put it on the actual chipboard here, and then the second piece, the bottom piece, you can actually put here. So it's completely up to you. Okay, so once you do that, you fold it, right? And let's say you're done, so I'm going to use this one. So you finish that, and then the only thing you have left to do after that is just to cut a piece of cardstock about, I would say about half an inch, about half an inch shorter than the chipboard. So if this is, let's say, 6 by 9, for instance, then you would make it 5.5 by 8.5, so that you have a margin all around. Okay, so you just put tape all around the edge, some tape in the middle to make it stick even better, and then you adhere it, and you're done. You then, of course, have to pick the paper that you want for your cover, and you do the same thing, and you would use the same dimensions as this sheet of paper, so a half an inch shorter on all sides. Okay, and you do that for the back cover as well, and then you put them together and make sure that they're lined up correctly, and then you just stick them in your hole punch, and you might want to use one of the inserts, one of the pages inside, to line it up so that everything lines up correctly. Okay, so that's the end of that project, and so on to this one. So this one is really quick. It's terribly inexpensive. I think this project cost me about let's see, $1.50 for the book at a dollar store, $1.50 for the tape, the double-sided tape that I use, and I already have tons of paper, so I didn't have to buy any paper. And then a sheet of sandpaper at your local hardware store, which cost me less than $1. So a chipboard, a mini album book for about $4, can't beat that. So I'm going to show you really quickly what to do. The first thing you need to do is, okay, so in terms of the list of what you need, you just need a chipboard, a board book, you need sandpaper, double-sided tape, and designer paper, and that's basically it. You could use a pair of scissors if you want. That's about it though. Okay, so you're going to sand the entire book, and it looks something like this when you start off. This is a much smaller one, and it was so cute I couldn't bear to to sand it, so I'm actually going to keep this for my brother's baby once he or she is born. So it looks like this, and then you just sand every sheet, every page, and you especially want to sand the covers so that the double-sided tape really sticks. And if you don't sand your pages, the tape won't really stick, and I don't think it'll last as long, so it's important to sand but especially sand the edges because that's where the tape is going to go, and of course the strips in the middle, so you don't have to sand the entire thing, but especially the edges where you're going to put the tape. And let's see, so you're going to do that to the whole book, and then you're actually going to get either a wipey or a wet paper towel, not too wet but just damp, and just make sure to get off all of the excess powder, because if you don't, then the tape also won't stick. And it might be good to work over a piece of plastic or a plastic bag so that you don't have to clean up your table afterwards, because it can get a little messy. Alright, so so once you've done all of your sanding and you've wiped off the dust, and you've adhered your tape all around to the edges, then you're going to put on your paper. And what you can actually do is you can take the actual paper and let's say you're using this page, so you can actually put it on there. You can put it on the edge so that you don't have to cut that edge. And let's pretend that, you know what, just give me a second. Okay, so let's not pretend that it's the width of the book. Let's just get a piece of paper that's that wide. So you just put it on there. You can line it up so that it's all the way to the edge, so that you don't have to cut that side. And then let's say it's all adhered. And what you can do is you can actually close the book and just rub down on it so that it sticks. And you can actually just, this you want to put on the table, but just so that you can see what I'm doing, you're going to tear. Make sure you press down where you're tearing so that it doesn't, you know, pull the page up too much. You just, obviously it's going to be a little harder if the paper's thicker, but that's essentially what you want to do. And do the same here. Now if you want a really crisp edge, you can go in afterwards and use a nail file or the sandpaper you're using, or even something like this, and just, you know, buff it. But one piece of advice, when you're doing that, make sure to go away from the paper versus, let's say, this way. Because if you do it this way, then you're going to start taking the paper off, which you don't want to do. So do away, file it or buff it away from the paper itself. Okay? So once you cover all of your pages, then you get something really pretty like this. This is the cover. This is the Madeline paper from, let's see, Brenda Walton's K & Company. Okay, really pretty paper. I really love it. I was hoarding this. So this is the first project I've created with this. And my very good friend Rosetta Jenkins is the one that introduced me to this paper line, and I really love it. She made me a very special book. Her and the clients I used to work with. Very special book. But anyway, so you're going to put the designer paper on the covers last, because you want to do it last because you want to put the spine on last. You want to wait until you've decorated all of your pages so that it doesn't, it's not too small. So after you've decorated and everything, then you can put on the spine, or okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's a really quick project. It's really easy. It's relatively fast and very inexpensive, as I stated. So it's a great way to make an album with very, very few supplies. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. And here's another sample that I just wanted to show you. I left the cover undone just so you could see. It's just a regular board book, and this one has a kind of an odd shape, which I thought was nice, so it gives it a different look. And this one I'm actually doing horizontally. I'm changing it, and it can sit on someone's desk. It would be a great little album that you can just leave there. And so this is what the inside looks like. And just to show you, I'm gonna use my pictures from El Salvador recently. And so just as a sample, you can put a picture there, and then you can journal here or here and just decorate. So it leaves some space around so you can still appreciate the paper. And with this one, as you can see, I actually did not file the edges. I really like it that way. It looks more shabby. This, I can't remember the name of this paper line, I'm sorry, but it's, I think, Recollections, something like maybe Today, Tomorrow, and Forever, possibly. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care.